We've got some great news to take a look at here today involving the New York Rangers finally calling up prospect Brennan Othmann from the Hartford Wolfpack in the AHL. He has been on fire since returning from injury, which is exactly what you want to see for one of this team's most important and best prospects. He's hopefully going to have a pretty massive future on this team. He definitely brings a lot of what this team needs more of with that physicality and a bit of edge to his game there, while also having that offensive punch and a not bad defensive game. So we're going to take a look at what this call-up means for the New York Rangers, how this impacts the team. We'll also take a look at a quote from Othmann, kind of how he's done so far this season, as well as we'll take a look at how the two games from this past weekend went against the Buffalo Sabres and the Pittsburgh Penguins. And first off, they didn't go great. I mean, if you watched how they played, they really didn't play well at all. Now, yes, they came out with 2 out of the 4 possible points, which that is, all right. But considering how they played against, the 4th worst team in the entire NHL, being the Buffalo Sabres, and, starting off the game by going down 5-0 in the first period, and then you play the, 6th worst team at this moment of recording this video, the Pittsburgh Penguins, and you end up, barely getting by them. And I mean, if you watch that game there, they didn't play good. They got the 2 points, but they did not play good in that game. And Igor definitely improved on his first game against Buffalo over the weekend. So that was nice there that Igor bounced back in game 2 there against Pittsburgh, being the main reason why the team got the win. He got back to, his kind of normal self, you could say, when he's in his good form. But obviously, the way they play, just for the overall kind of team in general, these 2 games, they were just not good at all. They had a massive lack of effort, I would say, a lack of intensity, just not a lot of kind of just good play. I mean, they were just overall very, very bad. Not a lot of great chances offensively. They only had about 5 shots in that first period and then ended up not getting their first shot in the second period until there was maybe 4 minutes and 30 seconds left, maybe about 15 and a half minutes into that second period. They got their first shot. So it was really just absolutely terrible from this team. They ended up getting, double outshot. The Penguins ended up having 39 shots, and Igor there, he stopped 36 of them, allowing 3 goals. And then you've got the Rangers getting 15 shots total on Joel Blomqvist, the Penguins goalie, and he allowed 4 goals on those 15 total shots. Obviously, the Rangers didn't have a good performance, but managed to come through with the win, getting the empty netter for that 5th goal. But just in general, didn't necessarily deserve the win, but Igor definitely was a big factor in the win. They're having a major bounce-back performance, which is exactly what you want to see after he had a really bad game against the Sabres, allowing 5 goals in that first period and getting pulled after allowing those 5 as well. And then Quick had to come in and he allowed a few as well. So definitely not the greatest game in net for the Rangers, but Igor had a big bounce back. And the Rangers right now are currently in 5th place in the Eastern Conference wildcard race. They have 57 games played, 60 points now after getting those 2 points in this past weekend. 1 point back of the Bruins, who's just ahead of them, who have 1 more game played. So the Rangers have a game in hand, which is quite nice. They're also same amount of games played as the Columbus Blue Jackets, who were in 3rd place there, just on the outside with 2 more points there, so only 2 points back of them. And then an actual wildcard team there in 2nd place, you've got the Sens with the same amount of games played, but just 2 more points. And then in 1st place there, that top wildcard spot, you got the Red Wings, who have the same amount of games played, 57, but have 4 more points. So the Rangers are not too far back of the teams who are just ahead of them. There's about 6 or 7 teams kind of battling for those 2 wildcard spots in the Eastern Conference right now. So it's going to be tough, but it's definitely going to be an exciting race, and hopefully the Rangers can end up making the playoffs. And now taking a look here at the Brennan Othmann news, as yesterday NY Rangers PR posted on X saying, update, Zach Jones and Brennan Othmann have been recalled from the Hartford Wolfpack. Matthew Robertson has been assigned to the Hartford Wolfpack. And we did get some news from Peter Baugh not too long after this news did come out, as he ended up saying, Brennan Othmann as precaution for if Chris Kreider can't play again, I'm told. So little unfortunate that maybe this is the reason why he did get called up, and it wasn't just a move to kind of make him a regular for the rest of this season at the NHL level, but at least there's a chance we could see him playing. And I think this is a guy who really needs to get that opportunity. He played a bit last season, didn't get much of a sample size, had a few games there, didn't play a ton of minutes, but I think this is someone who has obviously shown a lot so far in the AHL. He's put up some really good numbers. I mean, you take a look at what he's done in his last 5 games played. He's got 4 goals, 2 assists, 6 points. this season overall in the AHL with the Wolfpack. He's putting up some really good numbers. He's got 27 games played, 20 points, 12 goals, 8 assists, but has done a lot better as of late. Last season had 49 points in 67 games played. Battled with injuries for a bit earlier on, played the first few games of the season. Got off to a really good start, then got hurt, missed a long while, but since returning has done a really good job. So hopefully he's not just being called up there for precautionary reasons. He actually gets an opportunity to play because the Rangers need to give these young guys a chance to play, especially when they're doing this good. I mean, Berard and Othmann, I think with what they've done over the last while now, they've proven that they deserve another look at the NHL level. I mean, Berard played pretty good earlier on, then got sent back down. I think he's definitely someone who needs to get that chance once again with this team throughout the rest of this season. They got to give some younger guys some looks here, and Othmann and Berard are two guys in particular. It's nice that Othmann got this call up, but hopefully he actually gets to play and we see him in the lineup. That would be ideal, but as of right now, he's up there for precautionary reasons. We'll see what happens with Kreider. And this is also why I see such a big importance in trading away a guy like Riley Smith to not only get back an asset, because the Rangers did give up a second and a fifth round pick this past offseason for him just to be a rental, but this team also needs to open up that roster spot for Brennan Othmann. And if you trade away a guy like Riley Smith, that opens up a direct spot in that top 9 for one of these young guys to come in there, ideally Brennan Othmann, to get that chance and to get to play the rest of the season, play some meaningful hockey, and really get that opportunity at the NHL levels. And now let's take a look at a very interesting quote here from Brennan Othmann, but credit to Vince Mercagliano as this is from his article. But taking a look here, Brennan Othmann says, quote, "I'm not a Patrice Bergeron or anyone like that who's strictly known for a defensive play," he said. "I'm the type of guy that wants to score for us, be an offensive player, and drive the offense. I had to learn how to play defense last year, and I learned, and this year we're still working on a little bit, but I feel good overall and happy about where my game is. I'm happy that I'm a physical player still and still have that edge to my game after the injury. Everything's been going well." And that is the exact kind of player that this team needs. Someone who can help drive the offense, help out defensively and not be a liability, who plays a pretty physical game and definitely has an edge to his game as well. And, we obviously just saw the Rangers bring in someone kind of like that in JT Miller. And, JT is obviously a much better player right now, but has a lot of those kind of similarities to his game. Can help drive the offense and be that great offensive player, is not bad at all defensively, he's actually pretty good, is also a pretty physical guy, is not afraid to fight, hit a lot, mix it up after the whistle, definitely plays with an edge to his game, tries to piss the other team off. I mean, a guy like JT Miller plays a lot like that. I'm not saying Brennan Othmann's as good by any means, but Brennan getting that chance at the NHL level to possibly play once again, but also get to learn from some guys like JT Miller, definitely would not be a bad thing at all, more than likely, for his development. But anyways, thank you so much for watching. If you have enjoyed, definitely don't forget to comment down below your thoughts on today's video. What are your thoughts on Brennan Othmann finally getting that call up, as well as those pretty awful games from this past weekend? Although the Rangers did get 2 points there, it definitely was not the best overall performance by the team. But at least we did see Igor have a much better game against the Pittsburgh Penguins, getting those 2 points for the Rangers. Thanks for watching. I'll catch you next one. Bye.